Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about short run and long run cost curve for UGC NET in commerce. First of all, we will see short run cost curve. Short run cost mainly divided into three parts: total cost, average cost and marginal cost. What do you mean by total cost? Total cost consists of both total fixed cost as well as total variable cost. Total fixed cost does not change if you increase or decrease your output. Total fixed cost does not change no matter how much output you increase or decrease. For example, cost of rent, interest rate and property taxes don't change no matter how much output you are increasing or decreasing. Second is total variable cost. Total variable cost change according to change in production. For example, your labor cost, raw material cost change according to change in production. And total cost include both total fixed cost as well as total variable cost. Now we'll see table and diagram of total fixed cost and total variable cost. Here we have output, here we have total fixed cost. At zero output, our total fixed cost is 10 because we have to bear total fixed cost no matter we are doing output or not. But as output increase, our total fixed cost will remain constant. Same thing you can see in this diagram. On x-axis we have output, y-axis we have fixed cost. Our output is increasing from Q1 to Q2, from Q2 to Q3, but our fixed cost is remain constant OF. Our fixed cost don't start from zero because we have to bear fixed cost no matter we are producing something or not. Here we have total variable cost. You can see at zero output our total variable cost also zero. If you are not producing anything else, then why you will hire labor? Why you will purchase raw material, which are your variable cost? That's why at zero output our variable cost will remain zero. At output increase, no doubt our total variable cost will also increase, but initially our total variable cost increase at a decreasing rate. That means initially our total variable cost increase at a slow rate, but after some time period our total variable cost increase at increased rate. That means after certain time period our total variable cost increase at very fast rate. But why? Because we are talking about short time period. During short time period, we can change variable factor but cannot change our fixed factor. Initially, our variable cost increase at a very slow rate because of proper utilization of fixed factor. But after certain time period, our variable cost increase at a very fast rate because of over utilization of fixed factor. This curve represent our total fixed cost and this curve represent our total variable cost. Initially total variable cost increasing at very slow rate, but after certain time period it start increasing at very fast rate. Now we will see total cost. As we earlier discussed, total cost equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. This is total fixed cost, this is total variable cost. When we add total fixed cost and total variable cost, it become equal to total cost. When we convert this table into diagram, we will receive this. On x-axis we have output, on y-axis we have cost. This horizontal line represents total fixed cost, this one is total variable cost. When we add these two cost, total fixed cost as well as total variable cost, it will become equal to total cost. This curve represents our total cost. Here you can see our total variable cost start from zero because at zero output our total variable cost will be zero. But our total cost don't start from zero because total cost include total fixed cost and total fixed cost cannot be zero at zero output. Now we'll see average cost. Average cost is a per unit cost. And we can calculate average cost when we divide total cost with output. First column we have output, second column we have total cost. When we divide total cost with output, it will become equal to average cost. Here you can see initially our average cost is reducing, then become constant, but after certain time period it start increasing. But why? Initially, our average cost reduced because of proper division of labor, efficient use of resources, proper utilization of fixed factor. But after certain time period, average cost increase because of overcrowding, because of overutilization of fixed factor. Same thing you can see in this diagram. On x-axis we have output, y-axis we have average cost. Initially our average cost reducing, then become minimum. After certain time period it start increasing. Next is marginal cost. Marginal cost means change in total cost when we produce one more unit. Marginal cost means change in total cost when we produce one more unit. For example, total cost of 5 unit is 30. When we produce one more unit, or we can say that total cost of 6 unit is 35. Change in total cost after producing one more unit is equal to 35 minus 30 is equal to 5. This 5 will be called marginal cost, because marginal cost means change in total cost when we produce one more unit. First column we have output, second column we have total cost, third column we have marginal cost. Cost of 1 unit is 10, cost of 2 unit is 20. 20 minus 10 is equal to 10. This 10 will be called marginal cost, because change in total cost after producing one more unit will be called marginal cost. Similar, 28 minus 20 is equal to 8. This 8 will be called marginal cost. 34 minus 28 is equal to 6. This 6 will be called marginal cost. Similar, you can calculate for other unit. Initially our marginal cost is reducing, then become constant. After some time period it start increasing, and this is diagram of marginal cost. Now we'll see long run average cost curve. During long time period, all factor of production are variable. There is no fixed factor. As we know, 1 year complete when we combine all a month. Similar, we can make a long run average cost curve by combining all short run average cost curve. This one is our long run average cost curve. This one and this one are short run average cost curve. And we make our long run average cost curve by combining all short run average cost curve, means by combining all production point of short run average cost curve. Here we have 3 production point, A, B and C. A is not optimum production point. But why? Optimum production point is this one. Here our short run average cost become minimum. This is not a minimum point. That means we are producing very less. Our plant still have capacity. Similar, C is not optimum production point. Our production point is this one. Here our cost become minimum. That means we are producing more. We are overutilizing our plant. E is optimum production point because E point touches minimum point of both short run average cost as well as long run average cost curve. When we join all production point of short run average cost curve, we can make our long run average cost curve, and this curve represent our long run average cost curve. Now we'll see long run marginal cost. Here you can see this one and this one are short run average cost curve as we earlier discussed, and we make our long run average cost curve by combining all production point of short run average cost curve, and this is our long run average cost curve as we earlier discussed. Similar, by combining all production point of short run marginal cost curve, we can make our long run marginal cost. This is our short run marginal cost. This one also our short run marginal cost curve, and this one also our short run marginal cost curve. And there are 3 production point, R, S and T. And when we join all these production point of short run marginal cost curve, we can make our LMC, long run marginal cost curve. Initially our long run marginal cost is RQ, then increase from RQ to SQ1, then increase more TQ2. But why initially our marginal cost is very less, after some time period it start increasing? We are talking about long time period. Initially our cost is less because we are receiving economies of scale. After some time period, our marginal cost increase because now we are receiving diseconomies of scale. Now we see long run total cost curve. This one is short run total cost curve. This one is long run total cost curve. Main difference is short run total cost curve don't start from zero, because during short time period we cannot change our fixed factor. We have to bear cost of fixed factor even our output is zero. But during long time period we can change our all resources according to our requirement. That's why during long time period our cost curve start from zero. OQ is optimum amount of output, because at this E point, short run total cost touches the long run total cost at their minimum point. Initially, our long run total cost increase at decreasing rate, but after some time period, it increase at increasing rate, because initially we are receiving economies of scale, but after some time period, we start receiving diseconomies of scale. So this is all about cost analysis. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.